Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So I have really good news to share. I also have some bad news, but not surprising to share. So the time is nigh. It appears that it is going down in Fulton County. The Fulton County DA impaneled two grand juries today. One of them is going to be tasked with reviewing the evidence that was collected by the special grand jury. They will be determining if charges should be filed against Donald Trump and his allies. So you guys may recall the special grand jury does not have the power to indict. A traditional grand jury does, so they look at all of this and then they vote on it. The other panel that's being put together today, or was already put together, they're allegedly going to be reviewing unrelated cases. That it remains to be seen. I did hear someone say that there might just be so much evidence that they need two grand jury panels. So we'll see. One of the panels of the grand jurors will meet on Monday and Tuesday of each week. The other one will meet on Thursday and Friday. And I don't know how true this is, but I heard a former federal prosecutor say that the grand jury could make their decisions very quickly, like within a matter of days, not weeks, because the special grand jury has already done all of the work. They've already called all of the witnesses to testify. They've already gathered all of the evidence. So the standard grand jury that was impaneled today is simply combing through everything and then taking a vote. So that was the first bit of good news. The second bit of good news is literal breaking news. It just came this afternoon. You guys might remember, I've explained this before. E. Jean Carroll filed two different cases. The first case that she filed was regarding comments that Trump had made while he was in office, his alleged defamatory statements while he was in office. It was not about the sexual abuse itself. The second case she brought, where he was just found liable for sexual abuse and defamation, that lawsuit was brought based on comments that he made after he left office. So the first case, it was still winding its way through the court system. Trump has stalled it out in numerous ways. The Department of Justice, as I mentioned before, made the boneheaded move of saying, oh, well, because Trump was the president at that time when he made those comments about her, he was doing his duty as president. So the DOJ, Department of Justice, has essentially stepped in. They were acting on Trump's behalf. Trump didn't have to pay for any kind of legal counsel. He didn't have to attend hearings. Basically, the Department of Justice stepped in. They, acted like his daddy in this whole matter and were covering all the legal fees. They were taking this matter to court. They were fighting on his behalf. It was obscene and absurd, and I called them out on it numerous times. I thought that it was a really, really horrific move on their part. As of today, the Department of Justice announced that they are stepping away from the case. They have decided now, based on the second case that already went to trial, based on comments that Trump made since then, even since that second trial, they have now determined, no, he was not acting in his responsibilities as the president of the United States. So now Trump is on his own. He will have to find an attorney to represent him in that case. Something tells me he's not going to use the same attorney that he used in the case that he just lost. So he will now have to go to court. He will now have to fight this and defend himself once again. And as I mentioned recently, Carroll is now asking for $10 million because Trump has perpetuated this whole thing. He has continued to defame her. He has continued to make comments about her within days of being found liable of sexual abuse. So that is great news. He is on his own again. He is going to owe her so much money. It's ridiculous. In regard to the special counsel's case, here's where the not so great news comes in. Judge Aileen Cannon is proving herself to be the same old Trump suck-up that she was in the early stages of the investigation. Cannon announced that the trial will be held in a district that heavily favored Trump in the 2020 election. So according to reports online, This district includes Highlands County, which voted 66% for Trump, Indian River, which went for Trump 60%, Martin County, which was 62% for Trump, Okeechobee County, I think that's how you say it, 72% of their residents voted for Trump in 2020. And Trump's legal team has now asked for an indefinite delay of the trial, in part because Trump is too busy. He's too busy to be held accountable, guys, for a life of criming, apparently. The other reason that his attorney gave was that he can't possibly get a fair trial during the presidential election cycle. Really? Say what? I mean, again, the judge just handed him a Trump-loving area on a silver platter. And I thought Trump said he was the most popular president ever. So why? Why do they have to put it off? The Republican Party keeps saying that they're the party of the silent majority. So why is Trump so afraid to go to trial before the election? And he claims he's innocent. He claims he's going to be totally exonerated. Everyone knows he's done nothing wrong, that the recordings of him exonerate him. So why is he so scared? And if he's so innocent, if he's so beloved by the majority of the country, why wouldn't you just want to get this over with? Why wouldn't you want to prove your innocence? It's almost as if he knows that he's guilty and he doesn't want everyone to know before the election. And according to recent polling, the vast majority of the public wants this trial to be held prior to the 2024 election. They want to know, voters want and deserve to have all the facts on the table when they cast their ballots. And I say the same thing about Biden. If the GOP truly has evidence of crimes committed by Biden, I want the facts to be known before the next presidential election. Anyway, Judge Cannon also caved a bit. She agreed to a delay request made by his co-defendant, Trump's co-defendant, and accused co-conspirator Walt Nauta. One of Nauta's two attorneys can't attend a hearing that was scheduled for this Friday, so the judge agreed to delay the trial or the hearing until next Tuesday. Legal experts are saying this is completely bogus. This was completely unnecessary. He still had one attorney who could be present. So I really hope that Jack Smith will file these new charges that are allegedly coming in a different district. He definitely will if she agrees to this absolutely nonsensical, hypocritical request for an indefinite delay of the trial. Right? I mean, if he can just wait until he gets elected potentially and then pardon himself or shut down the whole trial, shut down the whole case, of course he wants to do that. You know, so I think that Jack Smith is going to wait and see what she does on this scheduling, and then he will probably make a move on these additional charges that are purportedly coming. Or he might just try to get her removed from the case. We'll see. So anyway, guys, I will let you know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Links are down below in the description box on YouTube and on the podcast. Greatly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.